Why is no one today talking about COVID-19? And why is the pandemic over officially? And do we want to forget it or to hide something? And is it okay when we will forget more than 10 million people who've died? Hello and welcome. I'm the European, and this is Besidenews. And in this new program of the Beyond Mainstream Network, we will ask if something in the past, like days or months or years, is clickbait in the mainstream media or news based on opinions or fake news. And then we will explain why they are clickbait, news based on opinions, so on and so on. And yeah, so what is our today's topic? Our today's topic is about the COVID-19 pandemic, and we will ask, is our plan to forget it? And also we will give you some background information, how COVID-19 started, and also what we can learn. So let's move on to our today's topic. Why is no one today talking about it? Because we have the conflict or war in Ukraine, so that because of this price hikes of some products like grain and other things, we are forgetting this topic, COVID-19, this pandemic, because we are today in a very different situation, like 1 year ago, because this, conflict has started, or war, because, there are two sides, and we here will not choose one side, because we won't be like other medias, like in the West or in the East. They are saying this and this, so this is very important, and we accept all opinions about that, but why is also no one talking about it? Because it's also in favor of some countries, of one country like China. For them, it's in favor that no one is talking about COVID. And I will explain it now. So, you know that the pandemic starts in November 2019 officially, but then it was in the news around for 2 years. And it's very important to know that COVID-19 has started before November 2019. So we heard all these news, for example, by Donald Trump, that China has produced it in the lab, and that it was a Wuhan virus, like some Indian newsmakers are saying or using this term to describe COVID-19. But in fact, we have today no real investigation, also by the United Nations, if this happened, that the virus was produced in a lab or not, and also that we know that there was a shutdown in August 2019 on this lab, but we don't know today if this was because of COVID-19 or of another virus or disease, so that there's today no doubt or no evidence that this virus was from a lab or something else, or from an animal. So this is very important to know that. So what can we learn from the time of COVID-19? This is very interesting because there are different things we can learn, because they're also not, but besides the discussion about from which place this virus come from and who was that guy or the bad girl, we must also learn from this pandemic, because there will be another viruses in the future. So what we must learn is that we can't trust everyone when there is a new outbreak, when there is a new disease, when there is a new virus, because we know that China has had the outbreak. So when in future in one country will be a new virus, a new outbreak, then we can't trust, because we don't know what is happening, because people can lie. It's in our DNA, I think, that we are. It's better for us and sometimes to lie when the situation is worse. And secondly, we cannot dump masks and other medicine things, because Germany is doing this today. So German government, they are dumping more than 100 million masks. They are now refused. And this is not also resource dumping, it's also dump the future, because this mask could also be very important in the future. So, and another big issue is that we as humans must search for new viruses, because we know, so also experts and scientists are saying that because of climate change and global warming, there will be new viruses and pandemics, because the place where humans and other animals will live will be in so much distance, because the place where we can live is smaller, like today. And this means that the virus, which is today on the animal or another life, it could be very big or good spread to a human. So the evidence for this will be higher. And what we also cannot forget is that we can't forget this time with these huge lockdowns, with huge things we must do at home. So like everybody is know this, that to be at home and you can't go outside is a very different thing to our today's life. And we cannot forget this. And we also cannot forget the 10 million deaths or the 10 million people who left us. And I think everybody is knowing someone who died because of COVID-19 in some societies, not everywhere, but it's very important to know this, that we cannot forget these people. And also what we need is today more investigations in this issue, also in the World Health Organization, because what we need is that we need an end of this discussion where this virus come from, and also plans for the future, because this is very, very, very important to know, because today's time to prepare for the next virus, for the next disease, for the next pandemic. And today it's in our hand to do something that the situation will never so worse like it was in COVID. I've said not in COVID in 2020, 2021 and 2022. So sorry. Yeah, and this was it, Beside News, with me, the European. And thank you very much for watching, and see you next time to the next episode. Thank you very much. Bye bye.